NSFW, you are unable to be killed or injured for 24 hours, and any crimes you commit during this time, you can't be charged for, no matter how extreme. What do you do with this power? Snort coke until I can see time. So a normal Friday. I would out Pizza the Hut. Actually, quantum mechanics forbids this. I finally did it. I out Pizza'd the Hut. It was the greatest mistake of my life. After years of perfecting my recipe, I made my way down to the local hut, fresh-baked pizza pie in hand. "Try this," I told the kid working the counter. He did, and he had to agree that it was better than anything Pizza Hut had to offer. Soon, the entire store, customers included, was feasting on my delicious pie. The manager walked over, grabbed a slice, and took a bite. I look at him, anticipation rising. This was the boss, the local fief lord of the hut. His approval meant more to me than all the rest combined. He took a bite and nodded. "I'll be damned," he said, "you really did it. You out-pizza'd the hut. Shame. Shame." What did he mean by did? The manager pulled a gun out from behind his apron and shot the nearest customer in the head. "We have a code jalapeno," he said into his wrist as he executed the remaining customers. I repeat, we have a code jalapeno. The ground was slick with blood. The kid working the counter choked out his dying breath as the manager turned to me. "You just had to do it, motherfucker. You just had to out Pizza the Hut." He shoved the gun in my face. I was too scared to fight, too scared to run. The manager pulled the trigger. A click. The gun was empty. I threw a chair at the manager and scrambled out of the Pizza Hut, not even bothering to see if my missile hit its mark. I was closely pursued by the manager, who had gotten his hands on a deadly sharp pizza cutter. I suspected in his hands it would cut more than pizza. Somehow, I was able to get into my car and speed off, the manager cursing my existence as I left him behind. I took a deep breath. The manager was clearly psychotic. Yes, that was it, just a crazy man with a gun. It had to be. My phone rang. "Sister." I picked it. "They're dead," she sobbed. "They're all dead. Mom, Dad, Chris, Bill. Dead. They killed them all." I could barely understand her, so great were her sobs. "What do you mean? Where are you?" I asked urgently. "How is this posy?" A single gunshot sounded through my phone speakers. Silence. Then, I heard a man's voice. "No one out Pizzas the Hut." He hung up. I drove down the empty county road, mind blank. I had nothing. They killed my family. I was alone. At that moment I knew what I had to do. They took everything from me. Well then, I would take everything from them. Pizza Hut was so terrified of being out-pizza'd, they forgot there's one thing worse than a man with a recipe, a man with nothing to lose. I'll give them a limited time offer they won't be able to refuse, 2 bullets for the price of 1. With a free side order of pain. So if I shoot my dick off with a gun, still no damage. Yes, feel free to CBT all you want with no consequences. Even extreme CBT like shooting your cock won't injure you. Stream, record myself not drowning while being submerged in a tank filled with sharks for 24 hours. Live off of the internet fame the rest of my life. Thanks for the awards, guys. Live just off Twitch donations, holy shit. Find out what lava tastes like. You best hope that it goes through your system before the invincibility wears off. Edit. I where he said taste not eat. 1. Get some coffee since 24 hours is a serious time span and sleeping through such occurrence is kind of dumb. 2. Jump off of something tall and hopefully get over my horrible fear of heights. Edit. Commenting in this one thread has given me 1.5x my previous karma. I'm probably going to go to sleep and wake up to 50+ notifications. I'd practice parkour. Because that shit is scary as hell, and my biggest problem that prevents me from getting better is being afraid. I wouldn't do crime, because even if I wasn't charged, people would still judge me. Okay, I would cross on red like usual. And so many times. In front of children. Rob a bunch of banks and jewelry stores trying to make as much money as possible in such a short time. Might start by robbing an extreme sports car dealership, just so I can drive to different banks even faster. Lol. I've got an inoperable tumor that's growing off my spine and into my pelvis. Doctors can't remove it because that could leave me with complete loss of function from the waist down. I'd call every doctor I can and tell them to fucking have at it. Edit. I appreciate all the Reddit gifts here, but please stop spending money towards my Reddit account and instead please consider donating towards NF1 research. I'm far from the only one impacted by this disease, and often it's children who need the help most. Run around the Pentagon covered in baby oil. Go live and tell the world that death stopped working. Shoot myself, hang, jump off buildings. You know. Just rack up a body count without having to do anything to anyone else. Take a flight. Go home. See my family. Eat good food. Fly back. Sit and cry. Become the world's first suicide bomber to survive. I break into Tiffany's at midnight. Do I go for the vault? No, I go for the chandelier. It's priceless. As I'm taking it down, a woman catches me. She tells me to stop. It's her father's business. She's Tiffany. I say no. We make love all night. In the morning, the cops come and I escape in one of their uniforms. I tell her to meet me in Mexico, but I go to Canada. I don't trust her. Besides, I like the cold. 30 years later, I get a postcard. I have a son and he's the chief of police. This is where the story gets interesting. I tell Tiffany to meet me in Paris by the Trocadero. She's been waiting for me all these years. She's never taken another lover. I don't care. I don't show up. I go to Berlin. That's where I stashed the chandelier. Execute Order 66 *. You will probably still feel pain. I would steal the moon. Get vectored. Watch Netflix. Go to bed early. You malicious bastard. That's too extreme. Raid Area 51. 25 hours later. Overheard, sir. We're ready to cut open the intruder to see what makes them tick.